Greetings everyone and welcome back to the channel. Rare Barrel, Steve, Denise here to talk about our least favorite bourbons of 2023. Ones that kind of let us down.
Yeah.
We like them, but the hype behind them
wasn't met with the juice.
It didn't meet the hype that everyone was pushing out for them. And so they've fallen to the bottom of our list of bourbons and or whiskeys that we like a lot. So we'll start with our least favorite. So the one that we like the most on this list. And
the least, it's the one we like the most.
Right.
Okay.
We'll work our way down to the bottom, most least favorite.
And if you love it, we're sorry. This is just our personal opinion based on our palates and...
Starting off, which was very high on our favorite bourbons, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, but this particular one is the B523 from this year. It just kind of fell short. It didn't have nearly, and when C923 came out, you could tell, I mean, even A123 was better than this one, in my opinion. This one came in at 11 years, 5 months, and just didn't
kind of
have...
high proof, right? What is the proof on this one?
Yeah, this one's coming in at only 124.2. The other two were higher.
Oh, okay. Still pretty high.
Oh, yeah, it's very high. But just,
Do you know or remember how much it cost? Was it pricey?
I think it's the same.
90, 80, 90 or something? Not that
Great question. Probably 70.
high. Okay.
So the price again is like, it is a barrel proof. It is Elijah Craig. It has, I think it just felt a little off profile from what it normally is. It just wasn't hitting the mark. It has some nice sweet notes.
Mm-hmm.
Again, these bourbons aren't,
No.
we don't hate them.
No.
They're just our least favorite.
Yeah, and when there's so many
There's quite a few.
that we've been able to try at least, it's good. I mean, it's again, it's for what you think you're gonna get. From a complexity standpoint, I would say it's not super complex.
It has a weird, it's too oaky for me.
I was gonna say it's a little bit stronger on the oak, which
It's a bitter oak, not quite as sweet as normal.
Yeah, it does have the spiciness I like. It has when it hits the tongue, it's a little spicy, which I like.
Dries my throat out.
The nose is kind of meh.
Yeah. It is what it is. Again, really good stuff, just our least, especially when they came out with C923.
Right, and maybe that's part of it too.
It could be. It's like, you guys can do that, and you're not doing it every time. Come on. But it is what it is. B523 is our 5th on the list. Next is its brother, or sister, or cousin, I don't know, whatever it is. Larson B523. This one again coming in at 124. This one 124.4. This one's a wheated bourbon.
Okay.
Wheated bourbons are hit and miss for me anyway. I know you like them though.
I do. I mean, I'm not very biased on a lot of these. I like a lot of them.
So like the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, the Larson Barrel Proof comes out 3 times a year.
Okay.
With the same delineation of the A123, B523, and C923. And so this would be the middle child of the 3.
I mean, the nose is definitely different, but it's wheated, so that's partially why.
Yep. These ones don't get quite the hype that Elijah Craig Barrel Proof does. A little bit easier to find on the shelf, like when no one could find the C923 of Elijah Craig, you could find the C923 of Larson fairly easily.
Yeah, it's just it's like kind of a unique taste for me. I'm not like pulling any of the sort of fruits or maybe like apricot or something, kind of maybe raisin.
There's a lot of grain flavor in this one too. It's kind of flat, grain flavored. The proof isn't like smacking me in the face, which is nice.
I still have some of the burn from the other one.
Yeah, from the beet, from the
Elijah
Craig.
Right in here, which again, I'm not mad about it.
She's a big fan. She's a freeze baby and likes when things warm her up.
This is true.
So that is our second least favorite. I don't know how to do it, but it's not our least favorite. It's not our most least favorite. Whatever. Now this one here was a big hype up bourbon. Another wheated one as well.
Okay.
And this one for me, since it was so hyped up, really kind of fell short. And that would be the Maker's Mark BEP. Now, the 2 previous to this, the BRT from BRT 01 from 2022, was exactly what I love about some bourbons, right? This one came in with butterscotch and big time caramel and all that type of stuff, and that's the type of stuff that I just love.
Yeah.
This one, more akin to the, I would say maybe the quintessential bourbon notes that people are looking for. This one has definitely more oak. Again, a wheated bourbon. Okay.
Yeah, I can smell that.
Maker's Mark uses the soft red wheat or soft red winter wheat, something like that. This one says it's an expression with prominent wood sugars, so that's probably why I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Bringing forth strong notes of vanilla, caramel, and sweet spice. I did not get the strong notes of
I
vanilla
get the
and
vanilla. Not crazy. I mean, there's not, again, this is nothing super crazy on the nose. What's the proof?
110.7.
Okay.
The other interesting thing, much like what Elijah Craig did when they had their release of B923 or B523 and then C923, Makers kind of did the same thing. Where they had this BEP, which was released earlier in the year, limited release, and this was the last of their wood finishing series. To then follow it up with Maker's Mark Cellar Aged,
yeah.
kind of blew this one out of the water again. Anyway.
Sure, and that's part of this, right? It's kind of the comparison game. I mean, because again, it's not bad. I mean, It's not bad, but when you're comparing it to some of the ones in our top for 2023 releases, not that those are even our top of every option, right?
Yeah.
But
this one just, again, it was hyped up.
Yeah.
It was pricey. It just didn't hit like all the other wood finishing series did. Like those 22s they had some flavor.
Yeah.
And this one's just, it's okay.
Yeah.
Not bad.
It does have quite an oaky finish, which
Yep.
I don't think either one of us really prefer the oaky finish.
Not the bitter oak.
Kind of sour.
Where you've got the tannins and stuff like that. Like I don't mind a nice sweet oak. Like that's perfect. With this particular bottle is not delivering on the sweet oak for sure. So that leads us to second from the bottom, Booker's 2023-02, the Apprentice batch.
Ooh, the Apprentice.
Now Booker's has quite the cult following. Like if you like Booker's, you like Booker's. If you don't like Booker's, it seems like you just do not like Booker's.
Sure.
It's okay to me. I'm kind of one of the ones that are indifferent to all of it. It's got a nice peanut note. It dries me out a little bit, and I don't know that I like that.
Like the finish does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the mouthfeel on this one it's a nice mouthfeel when it's in there, but as it's finishing, it just dries you right out.
I'm kind of getting that on the Makers
the BEP,
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, leaving me like wanting to get water.
Yep.
Yeah.
This one will do that even worse. which is not
Not
bad.
that you shouldn't hydrate.
Right.
Always.
It's not bad or good, but it's just not how I want to experience bourbon
Sure.
for myself. So this one was. A lot of people on the internet did not favor this one of the 4 that were released this year. This was the least.
Okay.
And for me, that is exactly how it fell. For your brother, oddly, this was his favorite.
See? Just everybody's different.
Everybody
palates
is
are
different.
Which is amazing.
So with Jim Beam products, obviously this comes from the Jim Beam distillery, and you'll probably get a bit of a peanut note, and it'll be more savory. But it's that drying that I just can't do.
I get the peanut
Right
Right
out
away.
of the gate, yeah.
and it's not bad.
No.
It's different.
Again, with all of these,
Yeah.
I'm not wanting to walk these things to the sink and drain pour all of them. They're still good bourbons.
Right.
Good
And
whiskeys, good everything. It's like,
knowing that everyone's different and how many people we're meeting and sharing with and friends and family and stuff, it's like this, we found some people who love it. So
yeah, it's just peanut butter all day long.
what's the proof on this
It's
guy?
nice and high.
125.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just like you
Boom,
said though,
dry.
for the hype though, and the cost.
That's the thing with these too, is like, so last year it was very hit and miss where there were some pretty bad ones, so it kind of turned a good number of people off to, well, what am I gonna get? Is it worth, because now they're $100 a bottle.
Right.
So it's like,
Yeah.
for $100 a bottle, I can go buy something I know is going to taste good, or 2 of something that I know that's
Yeah.
going to taste good. So
Really.
for that price, for what I'm experiencing, it's pretty low on my list on whether or not I would kind of go after something like this.
Yeah. And I would say, like for me, I like the higher proof. I like kind of the spice burn. This is a little bit of a different burn to me.
Yeah, it's
Like it
interesting.
kind of hurts a little. I don't know.
It's not a pleasant burn.
It's
That's for
weird.
sure.
Yeah, it's different.
I think it's the drying along with the burn. Like you're getting, like my mouth is dry right now. So
Do you want some water?
maybe I should take some pink water as we go
Pink water's the best water.
to the final.
We gotta get some water cups. We've been talking about this for a long time.
Truth.
We will. We're working on it.
Now this one's brother or cousin or sister or whatever it is has been something that everybody has been after and says it's really, really, really good. And I haven't had this since I had it the first time, and I was just like, I'm not a fan.
So are you sure you still don't like it?
Right, I don't know.
And it's on the bottom of the list?
This might. I'm just going off my previous whatever. When we tasted it for the first time, and it was just like, not my thing at all. And so
Well,
coming
you
back
have a really
to
good
it,
memory, so
this could change.
never know.
It's opened up,
True.
and so it could change the notes on it a bit. But it is Jack Daniel's 10. Now this is batch 2, came out this year, 2023. Everyone says that batch 1 was much better than batch 2 is. And also, they're saying that the 12-year that was released this year as well is better than this.
Okay.
Everybody's looking for the 12-year, including myself, but can't seem to find it. Well, I've found it,
But not
it
willing to
was
pay.
way up there
Yeah.
in price, and I'm not playing that game.
That's right. What is the Jack Daniels that we love so much? The one. Is it a...
Oh, that's the one we just had on the last list.
Yeah.
That was the twice-barreled Heritage
Ah, the Heritage.
Rye.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is a rye.
We also like their we like their single barrel proof
That's the one I'm thinking of.
banana bread all day long.
Yeah, that one's
We
really
also
good.
like their single barrel proof rye.
Yeah.
So both so good.
Ooh, yeah.
This one to me, when I first tried it the first time, had some scotchy vibes to it, and that's what kind of turned me off to it.
Yeah. I don't know.
But now it could be completely different, and I could now have to move this to the best of 2023. But
I mean, on the nose, I don't think you will, but I don't know. Again, it's different. I'm getting sort of some of that, like, not that I don't like stone fruits and stuff, but because in some of the bourbons I do.
Right.
But this one to me is like really raisiny. I don't know, which I'm not a big fan of raisins. But maybe if it's mixed or if it's blended in a certain way, I don't mind it as much. But do you get that?
The nose is a little different than the last time I smelled it.
You're gonna love it, aren't you?
We'll find out.
I don't think so.
I don't think I will. I could. Could happen. Weirder things have happened.
Which, if you did, that'd be awesome. No, not for me. I mean, for me, here's the thing. Again, I know what I like. I like a little bit of spice. I like a little bit of a decent amount of complexity, like some uniqueness. To me, it's very smooth, but it's like so smooth that it's almost like, am I drinking anything?
Wow, there is a lot more fruit on this one than last time.
Yeah, it's fruity.
What is that?
I don't know. To me, I'm getting like raisin, apricot maybe. But I'm not getting much spice at all or heat. What is the proof on that?
This one I believe is only 97.
So it's just not my jam.
Yeah, it's got a weird funk to it
It's a little funky.
that I'm just not digging. It reminds me of like a scotch.
Second sip was better for me though.
It's got a nice fruit on this round that I didn't get before. And I don't know what the fruit is. It could be that apricot. It's got kind of that apricot vibe. Kind of like a jam, an apricot jam almost.
Yeah. Like imagine apricots and raisins smushed up together.
Yeah, something like that. It's just confusing to me, and that's why I don't like it. I'm just kidding. No, it's not. It's not as bad as I remember it being before, but it's still not going to be one of my favorites.
And if you think about it though, again,
It's drying me out too. Maybe it's still the Booker's.
it's our palates are different,
Oh yeah.
but I feel like one thing that we do kind of agree on is like we do like a little bit of complexity. Like if we're gonna sip something and taste something, like we kind of want to kick. Like we want to experience the differences in the blends and like in how things were barreled and finished, and So to me, I'm just not getting that.
Our palates like the big, bold, full flavors and the complexity, and so now whether complexity means that it is every sip is kind of giving you something different.
Yeah.
That could be it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the sips could be the same, but you're just noticing different things in it. And so that's what that complexity piece means for us, at least.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what we like. We like kind of tasting a little bit something different. Now, if I'm just sitting down and I don't want to think about it, I want my sips to be the same.
I feel like it's very thin too. Which
It does have that very thin mouth.
I'm also learning that I think I prefer like a medium to higher.
She likes the oily stuff,
A little bit
which is
more.
good. That's what coats the mouth.
It's
That's
just
the
what I
uncut,
like.
the unfiltered. So that is our top 5, our bottom 5, our least favorite. Again, it's not something, these aren't any that we hate or that we're gonna go pour down the drain after this video is out. These are still pretty good bourbons and whiskeys, but they're just not the ones we're reaching for most often when we're going to take a sip.
Agreed.
There it is.
Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah.
Curious, like super curious to know. Maybe somebody absolutely loves some of these. Maybe you guys agree. It's pretty,
Also, what is your guys' least favorite?
Yeah.
What should we be steering away from, maybe?
yeah.
Because I don't want to go out and buy something just to see, or just to find out that we actually hate something. Don't want to do it. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate your support.
Yes.
If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel, help us grow this channel because we've got some exciting stuff coming up in 2024, and we want to do this with each and every one of you.
That's right.
So thanks again, appreciate it. Peace and love to all of you.